Hi everybody, it's Dietzel here from awakentheauthorwithin.com, and I want to welcome you to another legacy video, Diary of a Former Vice Principal. And I've come out about 30 minutes away from our home out into the country in Lambton County near Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It's rather bleak today. We just had a snowstorm a couple days ago, but this is where it all began. My journey in terms of understanding who I really was and am and still am becoming, and what I really wanted to be doing in life. It wasn't that long ago, literally 12, 13 years ago, that I was standing in this yard. I remember it was a spring day. I was walking out. It was my first year at this school, former school called East Sombra Public School, now Great Lake Auction, that bought this little school out here. And I remember coming out into this backyard right behind me. I was coaching, or I actually had the grade 8 class. I was teaching a grade 5-6 class then, had a grade 8 class, walking out feeling incredibly empty inside. I was newly married, first year of marriage. It was the year 1994. I was a young school teacher, and really realizing that I wasn't fully satisfied with being a teacher. And yet I remember looking in the direction that I'm looking right now, north, up towards Sarnia, and realizing that, you know what, I feel trapped, but I need to just stay here, because I couldn't see myself doing anything else in life, because I had no confidence inside of me to do something else. And I figured, you know what, I'm just going to stay in education. And as much as and I loved working with kids, but it wasn't doing what I really wanted to do for me. And I realized that then that I should be moving up the corporate ladder, because literally what I was doing, and I didn't really realize it then, but I was living other people's dreams for Glenn Dietzel. And that's began my journey. And if the mistake that I made was not having mentors in my life at that time, or a mastermind team to really understand, Glenn, you're making some critical mistakes in the decision making that you were taking around your legacy. But what I want to share with you is this: nothing is a mistake. Life has purpose. In fact, all of life comes to us as a story, as a powerful story in which you are a protagonist. In other words, you're a hero. And there's all kinds of antagonists in your life. People that want to shove their agenda down your throat and determining what is available for you in life. Stories that we've all internalized about what is possible. What is our dreams and our hopes? And yet what we internalize from people is fear, is limitations, is walls of conformity to a norm in which people say, you know what, Glenn, this is what you should be doing with your life. But you know what? They weren't people that I should have truly been listening to. But yet in hindsight, as I look back, it's all part of my $1 million story. All of you have a $1 million story. I'm out in a little school, countryside here. The school is no longer has kids in it, just an auction center, out in the country, between Wallaceburg and Sarnia. And I can yell at the top of my lungs that I am excited to be free, that I am finally leaving my legacy. That felt good. And not that long ago, I was walking in this field behind me, constrained to a paradigm that I thought the answers were more degrees, moving up the corporate ladder, becoming the youngest vice principal, which I became, and everyone again had Glenn slated for what their agenda, not my agenda, but more importantly, my agenda associated with my big dream in terms of helping people globally. And I want to salute you to that. I want you to play this exercise with me right now. Wherever you are, I want you to find a place where there's just not much going on around you. Like, look at this. I'm out in the country here. There's just not much going on. And I want you to do this. I want you to do this at the top of your lungs. I want you to yell the word freedom. You ready? I'm going to do it right now for you. Freedom! freedom, because I have the opportunity to travel the world, to go to New York City and stand in Times Square, when not that many years ago I was in a little school like this in a little countryside, only dreaming of making a difference in the world. Traveling like I did this past fall to London, England, speaking for hundreds, thousands of people in a big city that I look around me. Not that long ago, this was my big city right here. Fields, trees, snow. It's wintertime. Sky. I can see the sky. I want to share with you the power of a legacy. The power of going for what you've really been built to do. And we've all been created to solve at least one, if not many more, specific problems. We all have skill sets. We all have specific knowledge, attitudes, to live the dream that we've been called to live. I salute you. I salute you to freedom. Mel Gibson in the movie, what was his movie? William Wallace. You know, at the end of the movie, and I won't give it away if you haven't seen the movie, but they want to take away his freedom, and his last words were freedom. Freedom. Do you want freedom? Then I salute you to do this. Watch this entire series, Diary of a Former Vice Principal, and I want to share with you the opportunity to discover your freedom in 2008, getting out of your job and living a life of freedom, a life of design, a life that only you have been truly built to live, and to solve problems in the world, and to stretch yourself so magnificently that you cover a globe, thanks to the power of the internet, the internetivity, the versatility, the portability, and join the ranks of the few people who have made a decision to reach beyond themselves. I challenge you this day. Behind me is a sign. Charbroiled Harm-style hamburgers. That wasn't here when I lived here. When I worked here, I felt like I lived here because my job became my life. I want to share with you the concept today that as things change, you can change too. Your surroundings need to change. The people you hang out with need to change. You need to have mentors. You need to have a mastermind team. You need to live your legacy. You have one life to live. Benjamin Franklin said it so aptly. He said, if you want to be remembered well after you pass away, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing. Freedom! Freedom! I am free! I do not have to live any longer after the constraints. After not that long ago, standing in this field, saying I need to be satisfied with where I am. I'm not telling you not to be content with where you are, but I'm telling you to dream, and dream big. You never know what is going to happen to you, and I guarantee you, the journey is worth everything. Everything. From the entire Awaken team, I salute you not only to leaving your legacy, but living it today. Phone me at 519-542-3043 or email me, Glenn, with 2 N's, at awakentheauthorwithin.com. It wasn't that long ago. 13 years ago, I stand right over here by the side of this school in the small staff of 9 teachers and a principal. We used to wave goodbye every year to students at the end of the school year. I remember that just as if it were yesterday. And today, I wave goodbye to my old self, my old limiting thoughts, my constraining ideas about what is possible for me, what is possible for you. And I welcome you to a new year. I welcome you to all that's possible, your hopes and dreams. I look forward to talking to you and to working with you personally. Email me, Glenn, with 2 N's, at awakentheauthorwithin.com. I salute you now to living your legacy. Go for it.